Dear students, today we discussed about system of circles part 2. Okay, yesterday we find the angle between the circles. Today we discussed about radical axis. Suppose this is a circle S is equal 0 with the center C1. This is another circle with the center C2. Okay, this is the line joining of the centers. Observe this point. Suppose this is a point P. Draw tangents from this point to the given two circles. Suppose this is the tangent to the S is equal 0 from P. This is a tangent to the circle S dash is equal 0 from P. If these two lengths of the tangents are equal, we take that point. Okay. Now this is another point. Again, draw tangents from this point to the given two circles. This is one tangent, this is another tangent. If the lengths of these tangents are also equal, we take that point P also. Again, this is another point P. Draw the tangents from this point P to the given two circles S is equal to 0 and S dash is equal to 0. If these two circles are equal, if tangents are equal, we take this point again. Now consider this point P again. Draw the tangents from this point P to the given two circles. If the tangents of these two circles are also equal, we take this point P. Like that, we take this type of points P and make a line joining of this type of points P. This line joining is nothing but the locus of the point P. This is a straight line. This is called radical axis. Okay, radical axis is nothing but the locus of the point P such that the lengths of the tangents drawn from P to the given two circles are equal. Okay, the equation of the radical axis is nothing but S minus S dash is equal to 0 if the two circles are in the standard form and non-concentric circles. Okay, so radical axis is means the lengths of the tangents are equal, the locus of the point P. You know the length of the tangent is root S11. So for the first circle S is equal 0, length of the tangent is root S11. For the second circle, length of the tangent root S dash 11. Squaring on both sides, yes, S11 is equal to S dash 11. S11 is equal to S dash 11. If the lengths of the tangents are equal means the power of the point P are also equal. So there is another definition to the radical axis. That is, the radical axis of two circles is defined to be the locus of a point which moves so that its powers with respect to the two circles are equal. So if the length of the tangent is root S11, root S dash 11, squaring S11 is equal to S dash 11. These are the powers of the point. Okay, so it is equal, the lengths of the tangents are equal or powers of the points of P are equal. Okay, so the equation of the radical axis is simply S minus S dash is equal to 0. If we take the definition as the powers of the point are equal or lengths of the tangents are equal drawn from the point P. Locus of that point is nothing but a straight line. That straight line is the radical axis. Okay, so lengths of the tangents is nothing but powers of the point. Now if the two circles are concentric circles, the radical axis of the given two circles does not exist because there is no point such that the lengths of the tangent drawn from that point to the given two circles are equal. So the locus does not exist. So the radical axis does not exist. to find the radical axis, first we reduce the given equations of the circles to the general form of the circles. If they are not in general form, you know the general form of the circle? Yes, x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2f plus c is equal to 0. Okay. Another property of radical axis. If these two are the circles with centers A and B, this is the AB bar is the line joining the centers. The radical axis is always perpendicular to the line joining of the centers. The radical axis is perpendicular to the line joining of their centers. Okay. Now you observe there are three circles with the centers A, B, C which are non-collinear. This is the circle S is equal to 0 with center A. This is the circle S dash is equal to 0 with center B. This is another circle S double dash is equal to 0 with center C. Okay. The centers of these three circles are non-collinear. Observe, collinear means if three or more points lie on a same line, the points are called collinear. Here the three centers are non-collinear. So this is the line joining of the centers of first two circles S is equal to 0, S dash is equal to 0. Okay. This is the radical axis of S is equal to 0, S dash is equal to 0, that is L1. Now, we draw another radical axis of S dash is equal to 0, S double dash is equal to 0. You know the radical axis is always perpendicular to the centers of the circles. Now, this is the line joining of the centers of B and C. This is the radical axis of S dash is equal to 0, S double dash is equal to 0. Okay, this is denoted by L2. Now, this is the line joining of the centers A and C, that is S dash is equal to S is equal to 0, S double dash is equal to 0. This is the radical axis of the third circle and first circle. You observe these three radical axes are intersect one and only one point. Okay, that point is called the radical center of the given three circles. Okay, so radical center means the point of concurrence of the radical axis of each pair of the three circles whose centers are non-collinear is called the radical center. Okay, radical center is the point of intersection of the radical axis of the given three circles whose centers are non-collinear. This is the circle S is equal to 0, S dash is equal to 0 with centers A and B. This is the radical axis of these two circles. This is another circle S double dash is equal to 0 with center C. This is the line joining of the centers of B and C. This is the radical axis of the S dash is equal to 0, S double dash is equal to 0. This is denoted by L2. This is the line joining of the centers A, C. This is the radical axis of S double dash is equal to 0, S is equal to 0. These three circles are concurrent. That means the three radical axes are passes through one and only one point. That concurrent point is called the radical center. So radical center is on the radical axis of any two circles. So the lengths of the tangents drawn from this radical center to any given three circles are equal because the radical center is a point on the radical axis. From the definition of the radical axis, the locus of the point whose lengths of the tangents are equal is the radical axis. So G is a point on the radical axis of any two circles. So the length of the tangent drawn from G2, that is radical center, to any three circles are equal. If we take this radical center as the center, length of the tangent is radius, we draw a circle. This circle intersect the given three circles orthogonally. So the length of the tangent means we draw the tangent from radical center to any given three circles. That the lengths of the tangents are equal. So we take that length of the tangent as a radius, this radical center as a center. We draw this circle. That circle is cuts the given three circles orthogonally. Okay, you observe, to find a circle which is orthogonal to given three circles is simply, first we find the radical center, next we find the length of the tangent drawn from radical center to any given three circles as radius. So construct a circle with the radical center as center, length of the tangent as radius. That circle cuts the given three circles orthogonally. So to find the circle which is orthogonal to given three circles is simply we take a circle, radical center of these circles as the center of the circle, length of the tangent from the radical center to any of these three circles as radius, cuts the given three circles orthogonally. Okay, so this is very important concept to find a circle which is cuts the given three circles orthogonally. In your previous classes you find the circle orthogonal to given three circles by using 2g1 g2 plus 2f of t equals c1 plus c2 condition. From that condition we derive three equations in terms of g, f, c. Solve the three equations. If you find g, f, c values, substitute that values in s is equal to 0, x square plus y square plus 2x plus 2 plus c is equal to 0. We have the required circle which is orthogonal to the given three circles. But in this method this is very simple. Okay, now we have another property of radical axis. If the two circles are intersect at 2 points, a radical axis is nothing but the common chord of the circles. You know the equation of the common chord is also s minus s dash is equal to 0. Here the equation of the radical axis is also s minus s dash is equal to 0. Okay, if the two circles are touch each other either internally or externally, the common tangent is nothing but the radical axis. So you know the equation of the common tangent is also s minus s dash is equal to 0. So if the two circles are touch each other either internal or external, the common tangent is the radical axis. Okay, now you see that the radical axis. Now we discussed a problem for radical axis. Find the equation of the radical axis of the circles 2x square plus 2y square plus 3x plus 6y minus 5 is equal to 0, 3x square plus 3y square minus 7x plus 8y minus 11 is equal to 0. Okay, here three circles are given. We find the radical axis. First you observe the given equations are in the standard form or not. What is the standard form? X square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. But here the first equation 2x square plus 2y square. So dividing both sides with 2. The second circle is 3x square plus 3y square. So dividing both sides with 3. Okay, for the standard form. Now these are of the form x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2f plus c is equal to 0. Now we put the first equation as s is equal to 0. The second equation is s dash is equal to 0. So equation of the radical axis is s minus s dash is equal to 0, because the three are the centers of the three circles are not coincident, that is not concentric circles. So s minus s dash x square y square cancelled, x coefficient 3 by 2 minus of minus 7 by 3 into x, y coefficient 3 plus minus 8 by 3 into y, constants minus 5 by 2 minus 11 by plus 11 by 3 is equal to 0. Okay, that is 23 by x plus 1 by 3y plus 7 by 6 is equal to 0. Multiplying both sides with 6. We have 23x plus 3 1s 3 2s 2y plus 7 is equal to 0. This is the radical axis of the given two circles. So first you convert the given circles into standard form. Observe the given two circles are concentric or not. Okay. Now we solve another problem, very important. Find the equation circle which cuts the circles x square plus y square plus 3x plus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. X square plus y square minus x plus 6y plus 5 is equal to 0. X square plus y square plus 5x minus 8y plus 15 is equal to 0 orthogonally. So first you let given three circles with s is equal to 0, s dash is equal to 0, s double dash is equal to 0. Already you know the orthogonal circle is nothing but the circle whose center is the radical center and radius is the length of the tangent from radical center to any given three circles. So for that first we find the radical center. For radical center you find the radical axis of the circles. First you find the radical axis of the first two circles. S is equal to 0, s dash is equal to 0. That is the s minus s dash is equal to 0 equation of the radical axis. So that is 4x minus 4y minus 4 is equal to 0. That means x minus y is equal to 1. Let it be 1. This is the radical axis of the first two circles. Next we find the radical axis of the next two circles. S dash is equal to 0, s double dash is equal to 0. That is the formula s dash minus s double dash is equal to 0. That is minus 6x plus 14y minus 10 is equal to 0. Dividing both sides with minus 2. That is 3x minus 7y minus 5 is equal minus 5 that is equal to 5 is equal to 0. Let it be 2. Okay. So the point of intersection of the radical axis is nothing but radical center. So solve 1 and 2. Solve 1 and 2. If you solve, you know the point of intersection of the 1 and 2. That means multiplying, equating the coefficients of x or coefficient of y. Subtracting 1 from 1. We have x is equal to 3, y is equal to 2. Okay. So that is the radical center of the given three circles. Radical center is 3, 2. Now to find the radius, it is enough if you find the length of the tangent drawn from the radical center to the any circle of the given three circles. So that is the length of the tangent drawn from the radical center 3 to the first circle. Take any circle. Here we take first circle s is equal to 0. That is root s11. Length of the tangent is root s11. That means substitute the point 3, 2 in the first circle s is equal to 0 of LHS. That is square root of 3 square plus 2 square plus 3 into 2, 3 plus 2 into 2 plus 1. That is equal to root 27. That is 9 into 3, square root of 9 is 3, 3 root 3. Now we take this length of the tangent as radius and radical center as center. So equation circle is center 3, 2 and radius r is equal to 3 root 3. So you know the equation circle is center and radius. That is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. That is x minus h is 3 whole square, y minus k is 2 whole square is equal to r is root 27, r square is 27. If you simplify, x square plus y square minus 6x minus 4y minus 14, 9 plus 4, 13, 13 minus 17 minus 14 is equal to 0. So this is the circle orthogonal to the given three circles. This is a simple method. Already you know the one method by using the condition 2g1 g2 plus 2 f1 of t is equal to c1 plus c2 method. But this is simple than that method. So equation of the required circle is x square plus y square minus 6x minus 4y minus 14 is equal to 0 is the equation circle orthogonal to the given three circles. Okay. To find the orthogonal circle, first you find the radical center. For radical center, you find the radical axis of the first two circles. Next, second and third circle. Solve that two equations. We have the radical center. Length of the tangent is the radius. Okay. So we have the equation circle orthogonal to the given three circles. Now some problems for homework. Find the radical axis of the circles. So that is s minus s dash is equal to 0 if the two circles are non-concentric. Find the radical center of the given three circles. First you convert the second circle in the standard form. For that dividing both sides with 2. Okay. Dear students, మరొకసారి మీకు అందరికీ మరీ తెలియజేస్తున్నాం. ఈ టీచర్స్ అందరూ అన్ని సబ్జెక్ట్స్ పెడుతున్నటువంటి చాప్టర్స్ అన్ని కూడా మీరు ఇప్పుడే ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వాలి. మరొకసారి మీకు చెప్తున్నా, రీఓపెనింగ్ తర్వాత మనకి చాప్టర్స్ అన్ని చెప్పుకోవడానికి టైం ఉండదు. కాబట్టి మీరు తప్పనిసరిగా ఇప్పుడు ఇంటి దగ్గర రోజుకి రెండు సబ్జెక్ట్స్ పెడుతున్నారు కాబట్టి ఇవన్నీ మీరు నోట్స్లను కాపీ చేసుకొని తప్పనిసరిగా మీరు ఇంటి దగ్గర ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసి మీకోసం మీ టీచర్స్ అందరూ పడుతున్న కష్టానికి ప్రతిఫలంగా మీరు మంచి రిజల్ట్ సాధిస్తారని ఆశిస్తున్నాం. ఎట్టి పరిస్థితుల్లో నెగ్లెక్ట్ చేయకండి. ఇది చాలా క్రూషియల్ పీరియడ్. మీకు మీరు ఓన్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ తోటి ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వాల్సిన టైం ఇది. కాబట్టి తప్పనిసరిగా అన్ని సబ్జెక్ట్స్ పెడుతున్నటువంటి అన్ని చాప్టర్స్ కూడా మీరు నోట్ చేసుకొని బాగా ప్రాక్టీస్ అవ్వాలని మరీ కోరుకుంటున్నాం. ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చినటువంటి సెక్రటరీ గారికి, డీసీ గారికి, ప్రిన్సిపల్ గారికి మీరు అందరూ కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ తప్పనిసరిగా ఇవి మీరు బాగా ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వాలని కోరుకుంటున్నాం. థ్యాంక్ యూ వన్ అండ్ ఆల్.